on this team right now. They're playing all on the same line.
Puck is dropped. We are underway here in the Hat City. Danbury in their home white uniforms with the orange and gray trim. They'll skate from right to left on your screens at home. The linesmen for this evening's game, Peter Hejna along with Dylan Rodriguez-Cabelli are the linesmen. The referee is Brandon Bendez, as it's McEnany trying to send one back up to the point. That's intercepted and knocked out of the zone by James Clark. Cole Hibbert will chase after this, but getting there first is Maverick Skeens. He'll wrap one around the boards, gets as far as the awaiting Jeremy Broussard at the red line, and he sends it back down deep. Jeremy Broussard, 6'5", 210 pounds, and Jack, we saw him really impose himself physically the last time these two teams met.
Yeah, he's a really great player to watch, just of how much he relies on his physicality to dictate the way he plays the game. It's a very solid physical play. And I'd like to see him move forward in this game. Skyland's looking for their first win against Danbury.
They'll get an opportunity with the offensive zone face, or rather turnover, but it'll be Kyle McEnany dipsy-doodling his way around a couple Skylands forecheckers. He gives long for Cope, who sends one off the skates of Maverick Skeens. Skeens, who has seen some time as a forward lately, chased after the puck.
Game losing streak, and if Lawson can come in and produce it, 50 points in 40 games, those are incredible numbers. If he can put numbers even half as well as up like that, it's just going to contribute and kind of be a complementary factor to the top scoring line that we've seen.
Motoring to the outside, Trevor Souza. Souza tried one-handing one towards the top of or rather towards goal. That was knocked aside. Sent back down deep. Franklin Berry will get there first, and he'll wrap it along even further out of the zone, but out of the reach of Westendorf. Souza. Myers falling down on the play was Dylan Bruce. And now it's Skeens. Softly off the boards, ahead for Keola, poked further by Kolby Donovan. Donovan sees this not getting knocked off of his stick. It goes back behind the net. Christopher is there. Further along Souza. Bruce. Now Souza again. Skyland still looking to clear. Finally they do. Maverick Skeens will have to retreat. On the heavy forecheck is Thomas Mujan. Mujan canceled out by Madzi. Things with a long pass up ahead. 2-on-3 into the zone. Clark ran into a wall named Franklin Berry. And Donovan is able to clear.
Now, that's a great play by Franklin Berry. He's not one of the fastest guys on the ice, but he knows how to use his physicality. Just stands up the player right there in the middle of the ice, gets the puck out of the blue line.
Danbury kills off just about 85% of their penalties. That's good for 6th overall, as a long pass is too far for a shot. Instead drives into the Zamboni corner, stops, finds Donovan. Donovan's shot is blocked. Maverick Skeens with his stick lifted by Hoffman. Out of the zone, now Sean Kenny. Kenny watched closely by Skeens as we're back to 5-a-side hockey. And Skylands is 0 for 1 on the power play. Skeens with a weak clearing attempt results in a shot from the point off the stick of Justin Heiler. Now Souza, that shot deflects wide. Now they still haven't given Skylands officially a shot on goal yet, but Shane O'Brien has been tested at least 1 or 2 times already.
Yeah, that was the second opportunity there for the Skylands. It was a good save there by Robertson, but that's the second opportunity. That time it was Sean Kenny up front, and again, that shot O'Brien screened on, so he doesn't get the full angle to the puck.
Souza swooping at
Carter Shinkarik got the game winner.
Yeah, the game winner with the primary assist to the boards. Meanwhile, back here at the junior level, now 11 minutes gone by in the first period. Here's Souza. Far side for Arnold. Arnold over center red and into the Danbury zone. He's trying to stick handle through the rest of the Danbury defense. Nearly was able to pull that off as well. Now he gets dumped down to the ice by Wojciechowski. Bounced along the boards, but Souza keeps it alive once again. Wojciechowski will get another opportunity to change as the Skylands Kings were in the middle of a change. And now McEnany. Right in front of the OrthoCare Express advertisement on the boards.
Really nice job, Kevin Remsen. I think that was his first shift of the game. He was out there on the ice, made a good play towards the front of the net, just nobody on the receiving end. But a good job. Just keep the puck down there. Keep Skylands on edge a little bit. Keep the puck in the attacking zone.
Again, officially on the scoreboard, they say shots are 5-0 in favor of Skylands. I don't know about you, Jack, but I definitely disagree with that tally right now. We'll get the real numbers during the intermission. Looking to put something up with the bigger numbers on the scoreboard is Clark, but he has it knocked off of his stick. And then Mike Nicholas tries to hold it in at the blue line, unable to do so. Flipped back in. And now Cole Madsey goes D to D across for Maverick Skeens. Skeens pass too far to be handled by Brady Hill, but again, he'll roll in on goal. Robertson takes no chances. And another offense. Paola with him as well. Sent towards the front of the net. Westendorf in the area. Boy, if he could have gotten a stick on it. I thought there was a hole past Robertson.
Yeah, Wesley Westendorf did a great job on that play. He did 90%, though. He got all the way to the front of the net. He just couldn't get the stick on the pass across. He does a good job there. And he continues to attack the puck, so they have to blow it.
Maybe he kept his hearing in Europe. We'll see. Lawson a shot. That's easily handled by Robertson and directed into the corner. Now Donovan, met by Hibbert. Pinching in from the points, Connor Lefkoff. Hibbert with another opportunity. Lefkoff again keeps it in. Connor Lefkoff now finally finds Kolby Donovan. Donovan tries chipping it along for Machar. Machar will get it in the corner with 30 seconds to go. Back at the point, Barry. Machar again. He's met by Hibbert. Lawson. Lost possession of the puck. Sent out into the neutral zone. Lefkoff will send it back down deep. 15 to go in the period. Here's Heiler. Heiler will wrap this one around the boards. Barry, who was already out in the neutral zone, couldn't keep the blue line. 6 seconds remaining in the period. Kings just looking to kill off the rest of the clock, and they're successful in doing so. So at the end of one.
Team, and good turnout overall for the Colonials fandom. And we had a late promotion today. Just got it out a couple hours before the game. Jersey wearing kids can actually get a free ticket to the game, free hot dog, free soda. Can't beat that on a Friday night. And we see a couple of youngsters in the crowd wearing jerseys. Love to see that.
I have to wear a jersey. I get a free soda, a free hot dog. That's not bad. Here's Cole Hibbert with a shot, saved by O'Brien. McEnany picks up the loose puck. 3-on-2, now 3-on-3. For the Colonials into the zone. McEnany softly puts it in on goal, and then
Rots on the power play. They've come out of this period, and they've come out with a vengeance.
Yeah, they're starting to feel it now. For Clark, it is his team-leading 27th goal of the season. That gives him 52 points in his 28th game. Not bad for the youngster who hails from Lutterworth in the United Kingdom. Not bad. You don't get too many Brits out here.
Well, with Clark with an E at the end, I almost assumed.
It's America, you know, especially this area. You never know. Wonder if anybody's watching from the jolly old country.
Well, if you're coming out here in the period of the long change, and Skylands has taken advantage of it.
Well, you said you wanted to get a jump off of the face-off. They'll have to start from their own end once again, but oh, no, rather it's an icing call.
Long they've been on top of their game, but they have to take over right now. Somebody's got to put the team in a winnable position and say, hey, I'm just going to do some good things for us, like move the puck like that.
Well, check that. That's Brandon Cope with it. It's going to be Kolby Donovan who steps in for the draw. He's out there with McEnany and Cope once again as head coach Kevin Cunningham starts to shorten up the bench a bit, looking for a response 4 minutes into the second period. It's Donovan. Now Cope. Knocked away by Kenny. Hoffman there as well. At the blue line, Christopher tried chipping it deep, gloved down by Cope, and now Brandon Cope. Up ahead for Scott Lawson. Lawson tries going back to the point. McEnany is there. Now Sean Kenny, another 2-on-1. Kenny has Hoffman. Takes the shot. Tried going upstairs short side, and it goes wide.
Yeah, he had a little space, too, but the disadvantage there, Kyle McEnany, he's been slid back to a defense position, and it took him a second to adjust. He got a little bit too high up on the blue line, and it exposed Danbury on the back end.
Shot by
whole different level of energy, and it's paid off.
It's almost like they used the first period as a warm-up, but now an odd man rush coming the other way. It's Kolby Donovan. Donovan scores!
Just that much skill. He slots it in that bottom right corner, and there you go.
Well, that's one for Danbury. For Kolby Donovan, it's his 17th goal of the season. And, Jack, like you said, you need your goal scorers to score goals. That's what Kolby Donovan does right there.
Well, he's so talented, too. He can score from all over the ice, slap shots and wrist shots, just that skill and just the decision-making there. And 3-on-1, a lot of players feel the pressure to actually pass the puck because they feel like, oh, I got to get the better shot opportunity. He knows his ability. He knows where he can put the puck. He goes to the stick side, down low. Tough for Robertson to make that save, and he cashes in.
Here's Cole Madzy from the red line, flipping it up into the zone. He'll chase after it. Heiler there is
what we've seen from Robertson so far. And might I add, Zach, that his pads game, his equipment game,
strong.
The helmet, the blackout look,
very strong.
It's awesome.
Oh, I like
love
it. We are goalie pad aficionados here in Danbury as Clark lost possession of the puck. It's loose just on the edge of the crease. Now between the hash marks, everybody trying to get a handle on it. It'll eventually be Connor Lefkoff with possession. Lefkoff gives back for McEnany. McEnany with a long slap pass that goes off the stick of Trevor Christopher, so no icing on the play. Christopher swings it on up for Arnold. Pass goes over the stick of McEnany. Sent back into the zone, Arnold again. This time Broussard has an option in Clark and gives to him, and then Clark gets bowled over. Connor Lefkoff throwing the body. Hibbert gets knocked down as well. Everybody back up to their skates.
Team continue to contribute. They make this a one-goal game. A great response from this Danbury team because you're down 7 games in a row. You're down by 3.
Yeah, you're down 3-0.
You could have just rolled over and died in this situation. But they did not. They brought it within one-goal game. Of course, ton of hockey left. You got to continue to play. And Skylands, you want a response from you as well.
Yeah, we got ourselves a hockey game here as, to your point, you give up 3 goals in, less than 5 minutes, only 4 shots on goal. Now turnaround shot rolls in. Robertson makes a save. He's able to recollect it. And 11 minutes gone by here in the second period as this one bounces in front of a net. Robertson elects not to touch it. Dangerous decision, but does not result in disaster. Hoffman, he'll flip this one high. Batted down by Barry. Touched by Dinzik, so no whistle on the hand pass. And now Donovan, poked off of his stick by a fellow 14 in Cole Hibbert. Forced along further, that one goes through the skates of Cope. Now Clark into the zone. It's Barry with Hibbert all over him. Hibbert forces the turnover. Chipped in front, intended for Arnold, but it got knocked out. Christopher will send it back into the zone. Barry off the boards. Donovan sees this bounce off of his shin pads, but he can't get it deep. On the follow-up, Madzy's able to get it further into the zone. Another long home run pass falls in front of Clark. Clark with Madzy on top of him. Madzy with the puck. Cole Madzy reverses back for Kevin Remsen. Remsen with a nice move. Nearly breaks the ankles of Cole Hibbert.
Oh, he did. He did.
You know, you don't on the side of the cage. Westendorf gets knocked down to the ice. And Mike Nicholas can't get around his teammate on the far wall. Got it out of the zone. Danbury sends it back in, but the Colonials with some sustained offensive pressure.
Yeah, and really that's all Wesley Westendorf. You mentioned he's got to be careful to stay onside. And I think we got a penalty coming up. It would be to come back and tie this thing up. What I would like to see is the continuation of what we saw in that last shift. Wesley Westendorf working hard, even without a stick. He's doing everything he can. He stays within the rules of the game to not draw a penalty, but he's doing his job in terms of forechecking. Danbury taking a page out of the book of the Skylands Kings, and they did a great job.
Cope with a sharp angle attempt. That goes off the mask of Robertson. Robertson seems a little shaken up, but he stays on his feet. Wrapped around the glass, but unable to hold the blue line was Brandon Cope. And so it will be Kyle McEnany. Up the same side wall for Dylan Weber, who will pitchfork one down deep. Everybody taking a look at it. Getting there first was Heiler, but he lost possession of the puck. Cope, his pass intended for McEnany. McEnany eventually gets a handle on it, but the shot was blocked by Souza before cleared out of the zone by Hibbert. Now Lefkoff. The defenseman will gain the blue line. He'll send it deep behind the net. This time Heiler gets there and is able to get a stick on it. McEnany keeps it alive. Heiler with another opportunity. This time he goes higher along the boards and gets it all the way down.
Good start for this power play, but then a good clear for Skylands, and you like the effort there for Kyle McEnany on that play.
Brandon Cope given along for Machar with under 4 to play in the second period. Puck pinned up against the boards. Machar Christopher is able to take it away. Now here's McEnany fanning on the shot. A backhand attempt saved by Robertson. Extra opportunity by Cope. Now Kevin Cunningham did call over the referee, something that he wanted to discuss. But we're back to five-a-side hockey. 3.5 to go in the second period. Skylands with the 1-goal lead. Kolby Donovan battling for the puck on the far half wall. Cole Hibbert is there for Skylands as well. Taken up out of the zone and getting popped up high was Joe Arnold. Good job staying on his feet. Off the stick of Cope. Cope trying to drive towards the front and then lost the possession. And then a nice little reverse hit thrown by Arnold on Cope.
Yeah, and the bench liked that. You could hear him.
Yeah, physical play starting to pick up in this game as this is cleared once again all the way down. Puck on its edge. And icing is the call with 2.
Nervous, a good effort play. Just the strength and the reach for Dylan Weber on that last time.
Shot from the point never made its way through. Misha Mashar found it in his skates. Crunched up against the boards is Arnold. 13 seconds to go in the period. Mashar trying to force it out of the zone. Or rather down deeper. It's Cole Hibbert trying to force it out of the zone. A bad angle attempt saved into the glove of Roberts. For the Colonials, who are in their white uniforms skating from right to left on your screens at home as we're underway in the third period. And Jack, some unfortunate news from the locker room. Maverick Skeens, a lower body injury. He will not be able to return to tonight's game.
Yeah, you kind of figured just by the way that he went down and the pain that he looked like he was in, couldn't put any pressure down on his left leg. We hope for the best for Maverick.
So we'll keep an eye on how that develops for the Colonials. But right now, the team has to try and get another goal and tie this game up, because you take a look at Danbury. Did by Lefkoff into the zone. Remsen was waiting for the pass. Instead, he goes off for a change, as does the rest of his line mates. Kolby Donovan fresh off the bench. Sees this puck get bounced over to Souza. Souza didn't like the pressure that he saw, so he brings it over to the far side. Dylan Dinzik gives back for Souza. Souza right now, his goal is the difference. Hoffman up ahead. 2-on-2 through the neutral zone and into the Colonial zone. Hoffman canceled out by Lefkoff. McEnany doing battle as well. Loose puck ends up on the far sidewall where it'll be Mugin. Mugin goes back behind the net. Nobody wearing a black jersey. And so the Colonials are able to clear as Nate Mastroni. Cope has Donovan. His pass on the backhand too far wide.
There's almost an in-betweener there, Zach. He either wants to pass that to Donovan or put that on goal so Donovan can get the rebound. Just kind of splits it right down the middle and nothing comes of it.
Now Mugin the other way. Haven't seen too much of Thomas Mugin so far in this game. As Mugin, at least in the last game that we saw him, was a much bigger contributor. He has 2 goals against Danbury this year. He'd love to add.
Game tonight. Really like what we've seen from the technically second unit now with Weber there and Lawson. That's been a productive couple guys.
Souza sends one off the glass. They got as far as the Colonials' blue line before it's turned over. Now sent far side by Lefkoff. He finds Cope. Cope will send it down deep. Misha Mashar getting on his horse. Manages to beat out Souza for the puck. Pass back to the point. Lefkoff keeps it alive on the blue paint. In front, deflected just wide by Donovan. Kolby Donovan nearly able to tie it up with his second of the game. Now Mashar. Knocked off the puck by Heiler. Lefkoff unable to hold it. Kyle McEnany, the last man back for Danbury, picks it up with Arnold on top of him. He tries giving it along for Mashar. He bounces over his stick. But now great hustle shown by Brandon Cope, beating out the ice too much of him. So he'll have to serve a 10-minute misconduct as well. Dylan Weber, the best faceoff taker on this team, and he'll spend a majority of this period in the box. Christopher's shot is blocked. You know, I'm curious if Ryan Wojciechowski, if he's injured as well, because we haven't seen Wojciechowski out there so far this period, and now he's in the box serving the penalty. A little strange to put a defenseman in the box, especially when you've lost Maverick Skeens for the evening.
That's a great point, Zach, and we haven't seen much from Ryan Wojciechowski leading into that end of the second period. I'm wondering if it's a coach's decision here to just kind of say, we're going to put our 4 best players on the ice and just try to fight this thing off.
Cole Hibbard, his shot gets deflected by Clark in front. Another penalty coming up. Skylands will try and give up possession of the puck. It's still loose on the side of the net. Fernandez jumps out onto it. Line is James Clark.
Yeah, Clark would have wanted that back. And as for Skylands, just the entry, kind of their play just after the blue line, they're just doing a little bit too much. You need to simplify. You're up in a 5-on-3 scenario, and another penalty coming.
Another penalty. This time
he's a former SWC goaltender, the Southwest Conference, for the Brookfield Bethel Danbury Ice Cats. And across the way, Robertson, he played for Mark T. Sheehan Titans hockey.
Well
in the
done getting
SEC.
nice job getting the nicknames right. And you're absolutely right. Tyler Robertson, a native of Wallingford, Connecticut, about 45 minutes to an hour away, depending on traffic and, well, just how the roads are that day, as this shot swallowed up by Fernandez on that circus, with over 8 minutes gone by here in the third period, as Cole Hibbert will start things deliberately for the Kings. He gives to Dinzik. Dinzik back for Hibbert. One hand on his stick, gives it over to Christopher, who gets it down deep. Franklin Barry, recently released, brings it around the boards. Dinzik holds it alive. And now Clark stepping in. High slot, a shot gloved by Fernandez. He'll hold on for.
He fires a quick shot in, and it's impressive for Fernandez. Quick reflexes in the close range.
Souza for Arnold with 10 to go on the Skylands power play. Arnold gives back Souza. Thought about a shot, still thinking about it. Now takes it. Where is it? It's loose in front of a net. A backhand shot saved by Fernandez. The net's come off of its mooring.
Play with them.
Yeah, that's
it's a 5-on-4 that another kid wants to play. They're not letting him play. He gets upset.
That's just not courteous.
Yeah, it's not.
Well, we're back to five-a-side hockey finally. Here's Kolby Donovan offsides.
Lawson and Remsen, good forwards unit, and then McEnany Lefkoff.
Off the draw, Donovan with the shot. Lawson looking for the rebound. It gets directed wide.
Yeah, good clear by Christopher right there.
And, you know, Kolby Donovan, he's a left-handed shot. They had him take the face-off, and he just shot it right on goal.
Yeah, it's impressive for him, and looks like Danbury's going to take
last few minutes. But now the Colonials with an opportunity. They trail by one. A goal here would tie it. They'll need to start 200 feet away as Alex Fernandez will stop, or no, see this go between his skates and his stick. Connor Lefkoff will chase it down. Cole Hibbert causing all sorts of trouble, and this is where Cole Hibbert really thrives on the penalty kill.
Yeah, he just pushes. You just see him go right behind the net, instantly make an impact, and that's exactly why Danbury can't get the puck set up. Connor Lefkoff, he lost it.
30 seconds already gone by with the man advantage. As Kyle McEnany. Nifty little move to get around Clark. He speeds his way around Hibbert. McEnany doing it all himself, driving to the outside. Thought about a shot, follows Donovan around behind the net. McEnany on a tour of the offensive zone, gives along for Lefkoff. Now McEnany, his pass after the fake shot, unfooled, was James Clark. And the Colonials have to reset. Weak pass, can't be connected with Lawson, sent down the ice once again with 55 to go on the power play.
Yeah, the thing about that top-down umbrella in which McEnany runs that point position, he's got to move that much, much quicker. He can't be a little fake, dicey there. He's got to make sure his passes are emphatic and moves quickly.
Cole Maggi's shot.
Who skate?
Not born skating.
No.
So an active verb. Anyway, here's McEnany, a shot saved by Robertson. Need to get public address announcer Casey Bryant up here.
We need his opinion.
Kyle McEnany lost possession of the puck. Joe Arnold coming the other way. Arnold shorthanded, only 5 seconds remains on Danbury's power play. Picked up by Mujan, canceled out by Donovan, chipped back into the Danbury zone. And we're back to five-a-side hockey with 8 minutes to go in the third period. Danbury doubling up on the shots. It's now 30-15 in favor of the Colonials. They trail by one as Connor Lefkoff gives along for McEnany. McEnany, nice pass, connects up ahead with Brandon Cope. Cope from a bad angle, that shot, big rebound by Robertson. Kept alive by Remsen, but only for a moment as Sean Kenny will collect. Exactly what happened. Unfortunately for you folks at home, don't think we'll be able to share that discovery with you. So, anyway, back underway as it's Hibbert forcing down low Clark. Now a turnaround shot by Broussard, and then sending one over the top of the cage.
Got to give the credit there. Dinzik, he just doesn't get enough on that to make it a high-quality attempt shot. He just gets underneath it almost and lifts it. Not a lot of power behind it, and the accuracy not there.
Here's Christopher at the point. His shot gets deflected in front. Getting a stick on that was Jeremy Broussard. Broussard, a defenseman, well, he checks all the right boxes. 6'5", 210 pounds, a big body to have in front of a net as the Colonials are able to clear. Here comes Donovan, 2-on-1 perhaps. It's Donovan taking the shot, fought off by Robertson. Brandon Cope on the far post was looking for the opportunity.
It's a smart play because the passing angle's cut off there. Donovan goes for a hard shot. He's looking for that rebound opportunity. Just seems smaller and smaller as that clock ticks down, especially with the 2-goal deficit.
As you mentioned, James Clark with the goal on the power play. That's his 28th of the season. Not bad. A long pass goes past everybody, and somehow no icing on the play, so Souza will have to play it. And now Trevor Souza. Boy, not the biggest defenseman out there, but perhaps one of the strongest. Is he able to fend off a few Danbury forecheckers?
Yeah, he was a move away from doing what we saw him do twice already in this game, is that go coast to coast.
Lefkoff, a long shot into the breadbasket of Robertson. He holds on, takes
off and shattered. Not on the ice, on the concourse seat side.
Here's Donovan, a shot, and that's waffle boarded away by Robertson. Through the neutral zone. Here is Clark. Cope playing as a defenseman. Is able to knock it away. Clark recovers. Can't get around Kyle McEnany. Misha Mashar sees this go about 10 feet over his head. Now McEnany, nice move, gives himself a little space, tries feeding Mashar, but that bounces over the Belarusian stick as well. Dinzik softly up ahead. Sean Kenny comes up with it. Kenny in by himself, and Fernandez shuts the door. He's knocked the net off the moorings as well, and, well, this time he'll just fix it himself. Here's Brandon Cope the other way. He finds Kolby Donovan. Donovan, his shot, that gets deflected well out of play. Face-off will remain. What is that, $3 a puck?
I don't know. I don't do merchandise.
Robertson keeps his left leg.
And you're going to watch Alex Fernandez. He's coming out to the face-off dots right now. He's going to have to hold off for a sec.
McEnany keeps it alive. Now gives along for Madzi. Fernandez to the bench, and Danbury with the extra attacker on. 1:45 to go in this game. Off the bench, it's Lawson. The shot saved by Robertson from his knees. Christopher gets in the way of that as well. Now Christopher lost possession of the puck. Lawson trying to stick handle through everybody. It'll be Myers wrapping it around the far side and out of the zone. Boy, Danbury that close to getting back to within one.
Scrappy battle down there, and Skylands almost got called for a too many men. They just got that change clean enough, but Kolby Donovan almost put one between the legs. Very nice job there for the netminder. Just keep the wicket shut and force that outside.
Robertson has certainly played strong. He has stopped 37 of 39 shots as this one goes wide. Hoffman chasing after it. He'll get there first. A backhander, and diving down is Scott Lawson. Good job by Lawson to keep that out. Now another deflected one, and that time it's Madzi getting a skate on it. Brandon Cope dumps it on in. Mastroni will pick it up. Mastroni, a shot saved by Robertson. Mastroni picks up his own rebound. Donovan gets bowled over by Hibbert from behind. It's Christopher up ahead. Christopher by himself puts it into the back of the net.
Easy to get into a rhythm offensively. They eventually connect for the fourth shot. Clark connects with the goal on the power play, and then the empty netter for good measure. Good win for Skylands. It's going to be their first against Danbury this season.
It is Skyland's first victory officially against the Danbury Colonials. Their last victory against this franchise came when they were still known as the Niagara Falls Powerhawks. Shot, they score. Kevin Remsen.
In terms of win-loss, but Kevin Remsen, who I thought played well enough to deserve a goal, gets one there with 7 to go.
Remsen and Heiler taking a couple whacks at each other.